Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gooncast. This week, we are going to talk about relationships. And I'm Brandon, one of your hosts.
I'm Alex.
Timing.
And we have a guest today.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm the special guest today.
So, before we start on this topic, how has your guys' week been?
I'll start. My week's been okay. Dealing with some stuff at home. Other than that, just work. I bought a basketball, so I've been asking people to shoot some hoops with me. You guys are invited as well, if you guys want to. Yeah, nothing much from here. Still trying to climb Valorant. Been losing a lot.
You got your
so.
basketball stolen, didn't you?
Yes, I got my basketball stolen. So like ever since last year holiday season, my packages have been getting stolen. It's gotten stolen 3 times already. So I am looking into like those security camera where I could just see things through my phone and stuff. But yeah, it's really frustrating. Luckily I got my refunds through the bank, and for the basketball this time I bought it through Amazon, so they were really nice about it. They just sent me a new one without any question, so I got it yesterday. And yeah, if you guys want to go to the park and just shoot some hoops with me, feel free.
I think ever since they stole your first package, they liked it, and so they target your house.
I think they target my house. That's 100% sure that they target my house. Yeah. So, yeah. How are you, Ming and Simon?
You want to go first, Ming?
Yeah. Yeah, I had paint night with my girlfriend yesterday. That was pretty fun. It was the first time we both painted, like with acrylic paints on canvases. So it was pretty interesting. It was pretty fun. Novice work, but it was fun. We both learned.
Yeah, I actually saw your painting, and it actually looked really good, like the Sakura paintings.
Yeah, so
do
I was
you
pretty.
commission?
Oh, spicy
But
stuff.
No. Go ahead. Did you guys just like watch a tutorial or something, or you guys just went with it?
It wasn't a tutorial per se, but it was a video where we just watched someone paint without saying anything, and we basically kind of went along with it, but we put our own spin. And obviously our work can't compare to like the actual YouTube videos itself, but I'm satisfied with my own work.
Yeah. Art is art, everyone
Yeah,
have their
art
own
is art.
taste, and so I looked at it and it looked really nice.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I thought, like you said that you followed some dude on YouTube. I thought maybe you could have like an outline traced on it. It's actually pretty good.
Thanks. So how you been, Brandon?
How I've been? I've been okay. I just been doing streaming and doing other stuff, making new friends. It's the usual in life.
How's streaming going?
That's cool. It's chill. I mean, I have a pretty good like foundation from my other friend who streams. So,
all right, yeah. Last time you were saying.
Yeah, so a lot of friends come support, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah, all the new listeners, whatever, go follow this man right here.
Yeah, go follow
Twitch. What again?
Yes, twitch.tv at it's Brandman123.
Yeah, what do you mostly play again? Like Valorant and Apex or something?
Yeah. Well, I haven't played Valorant yet on stream yet, but I played Osu this week on stream, and then I played some Apex. I don't think I'm gonna play Osu again though, because like I can't really interact with anyone while I play that type of game. But yeah, that's been my week. It's been fun, and I worked out this morning. So
nice.
For once in a long time. So
you went for a run today, right?
Went for a run and did some chest exercises.
When was the last time you went for a run?
Like a week and a half ago. Yeah, I don't really do that often. But anyways, how have you been, Simon, our guest?
Yes, our guest.
Special guest.
Been doing all right. Went to a job interview today. I mean, this week.
Ooh,
Oh, how's that?
what's for Reddit, right?
Yeah, sadly, I don't think I got the job, but I'm happy that I got the interview.
It's always a good experience.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you had an interview.
I think my last interview I had was back in December, but it wasn't solely for work. But besides that, just been doing the same old, studying for code, applying for more jobs.
Yeah, playing some games with us.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just trying to get their life together, so
True.
it's cool. It's a good thing.
That's all we need to do.
Hopefully you get that job, or
Yeah, that'd
yeah.
be cool.
working at Reddit is pretty good on the resume. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so today we'll be talking about relationship. Brandon, you want to start us off or something?
Start us off.
Introduce the topic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So today we're going to talk about relationships, and also since Valentine's Day is coming up, we're going to see what we're doing and talk about our experiences with relationships, dating, and whatever comes along, you know?
Sounds good.
Good.
Maybe we'll have our special guest start off.
How about we ask just a question, and then we'll have Simon start off.
Yeah.
All right.
You got questions, or you could go first?
Okay. Do you guys believe in love at first sight? I know it's cringy, but do you guys believe in any of that?
Kind of, yeah.
You believe in
No.
love at first sight?
I don't believe in it.
I believe in it, but I don't believe it's like everyone's gonna get it. I believe in that's like one out of a couple million relationships. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's like not unless you find the right person.
Have you ever experienced love at first sight?
I've thought of experienced that, but it usually passes over in like an hour or two.
You're like, ooh,
An hour or two?
Oh, wait, that's not love.
In an hour or two, he thinks about it for an hour. Imagine his life with her, and then it's like, nah.
How do you know that's dude, that's just probably like you're just horny or something.
Yeah, probably.
Like, there's a difference between horny and love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you ever see something like a quality in a girl and you're just like, oh shit,
I don't know.
that's exactly what I want?
Honestly, for me, I just think it's just horny for me.
Just horny for an hour.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh shit, she looks kind of nice. Oh fuck.
He thinks about it.
Yeah, you gotta dwell on it for a bit.
No, not like that, but like after the first 5 minutes, you brush it off, and then all of a sudden that thought pops up again, like half an hour later.
Oh yeah.
No, don't ever get that.
No.
I wouldn't say that's like love at first sight. Maybe there's just like a sudden attraction to this person.
You mean
Yeah.
horny?
I'm
So
You mean you're
conflating
just horny,
the two.
right?
yeah, so my answer to Ming is like, nah, I don't really believe it, because I believe you have to really know that person and interact
Yeah,
with the person.
I think
in
so
love.
too.
So yeah, like Brandon said, you're probably just horny when you saw her.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
what I'm
first-
saying, bro.
I don't think that's love. Like, so I don't believe it.
Because what I think is love is like you have to actually get to know the person and get to know how they are, and then if you guys really like click, then I feel like that's love.
Well, I won't say that's love. I say that's just having something in common, I guess.
Yeah, but if you get down to a more like personal level, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have stuff in common, but like it goes to like deeper conversations where it's like pretty personal shit, then
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
think that person is like the one for you. Then maybe,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah.
How about you, Ming? Do you believe it? Did you answer it? My bad.
Oh no, I don't believe in it at all. I think like younger people or like children will believe love at first sight.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's also because, like things like Disney or whatever media
Yeah.
that kind of shaped their way of viewing relationship and love as well. So
Yeah, when
I
it's
feel like
actually
yeah,
it's actually like more complicated than that.
yeah. When you get older and you experience more things, it's way more complicated than that. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so Simon's just horny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just like, I'm not saying it's just hoardiness. I'm just saying you get
Yeah.
infatuations.
Yeah. Well, we're messing with you.
Nah.
All right, I guess I'll ask a question. Um, what are some things that are like you look for in a partner, and you know it could be like make or break situation or qualities that you kind of look for, because like we kind of went through a couple girls, like all of us, I'm pretty sure. So Simon, what do you think?
So I was absolutely distracted by what Brandon was saying in the background. But what I look in like a partner,
Yeah, just like, you know, what's some qualities that you look for, or um some stuff that's make or break, like
Basically, what qualities will attract you to someone, and what qualities will like distance yourself from someone from dating that person?
yeah.
I
What do you look
guess
for now?
what I look for now is probably independence and clear communications.
Okay.
I think I've been into a couple relationships where your time became their time and their time is their time. So I never had any too much time myself. And but that doesn't mean I don't want to spend time with them. It's just like I like my own alone time. And the clear communication part comes in with it's just like you need to like if you guys are going to be a couple, you two need to work together. It shouldn't be like one person trying
Yeah.
to argue, trying to get more time or trying to get their way. And it shouldn't be me trying to trying to like have bad communication, try to like and just not conveying what I want because that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of you guys want to chime in on that?
So for me, I would agree with Simon on both case, independence and communications. So I like my own alone time as well. And what I don't like is that I don't like someone who will just cling on to me. Like they depend on me for like everything. Like, oh, you know, they can't do this unless I'm gonna go with them and stuff like that. So I don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of communications, it's always good to have good communications, but it's also good to have understanding as well. Like you can communicate as much as you want, but if you don't understand where your partner is coming from, then there's no point of you like just verbally talking.
How about you,
Yeah.
Brandon?
I agree on all those points. Like, I think communication is pretty important, especially if like, oh, like the girls, you know, if she's like, say for example, like she's sad, but you can't be there because you have things to do. But you know, you always have to make it clear that you're gonna be there for her when you have time, you know, and there has to be like that communication understanding that like, hey, I can't be there for you this time, but I'm always here for you. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird.
No, I get it. There's also communication and understanding for especially like say like a girl is sad, right? And she's saying like she's sad, but you're also trying your best to help her.
Yeah.
But then she like what if she sees it as not helping, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Then what do you consider that? Like miscommunication or just
I
one-sided communication,
I
right?
feel like it's a little one-sided, even if like, oh, you're trying to help, but it's like, oh, okay, so you don't need my help. It's kind of confusing, you know? It's like, because I guess emotions get in the way too for when that happens too, especially when
Yeah.
people are sad. Like the emotions of like, oh, hey, he wasn't here for me, so it gets like she could get like mad about it too, and it kind of
Yeah.
clouds judgment at that point.
Oh, speaking of communications, you know what I hate is that like when you ask someone like, oh, you know, like what you want to do or what you want to eat, right? And they just say like anything is fine, and then you just randomly pick something and they don't like it.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a very
That-
standard
what you
thing
do to me,
for.
That's
That's
what you do
pretty-
to me when we go for lunch. I'm like, what do you want? You want this? No.
yeah.
I tell you no.
And then it's like I spent like 30 minutes looking for this crap.
Yeah, that doesn't
But-
just
but-
apply for girls for sure. Like,
But that's not miscommunications. That's just me, undecisive.
yeah, there were times where we are indecisive as well. Just like, what do you want to eat? And then everyone's answer just like, I don't know. You pick. I'm good with anything. So
Yeah, that's very true.
yeah, just to go off on that, you guys, put out very, very valid points. I agree with that as well. Yeah, communication. I think it's like one of the biggest thing, because in an argument, like you want to have compassion and respect, like what Ming said, to understand both sides. And even if there's like emotions that's clouding judgment, like, and then you guys needed space, it's also you need to communicate that you need space as well. So for me, communication is very a key, and respect and compassion, where you could reach an understanding and with each other, and you're not working against each other. You're trying to work together to solve a problem. So yeah, and I also like look for a girl that doesn't take herself too seriously. It doesn't mean there's a shot at her confidence or anything. She's confident, but she can also be like, just kind of goofy or
Kind of like joking around.
make fun of herself, laugh about it. Like, that's awesome. It makes me feel comfortable, and I could do that as well with her. So yeah, that's some of the key things that I look for as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Just to piggyback on Alex, I think when he mentions that you need space, I think that leads into boundaries. And a girl who knows how to like respect your boundaries or know when to cross it when it's not cross it, but knows when she can push
It's
the
like-
boundaries and knows when she shouldn't.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like when you do need that alone time, you do need that alone time. But it's like, you make time for each other, which is basically what the communication's about. Like, hey, I'm gonna like set this time for you, and are you okay with that? But then if the girl's just like, nah, and it's like just kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to work with. She has to, you are communicating something back to her to work with her. If she doesn't want to accept it, then she's kind of the problem in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I meant by you guys got to work together and find
Yeah,
like
it's
a
all
solution.
about-
So
Teamwork makes
Yeah.
the dream work.
Brandon, you got a question, or Simon, you got something?
How about this? If you guys are comfortable with enough to share, what felt like a deal breaker, or what do you think it is a deal breaker for your relationships?
You mean relationships or like just dating anyone or seeing anyone, right?
Yeah, the second half. Just relationships, seeing anyone. What kills it for you?
I think it kind of just relates to what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think if it's like the girl only has really selfish intentions, then that would be like a pretty.
If
deal
she's like a
breaker.
narcissist, it's just
Yeah.
hard to deal with, because she can also be really controlling, and she controls you on how she wants you to be, or
It's
how
like-
the situation what she wants.
It's
So
like you don't have any choice, basically. It's
Oh,
like, yeah,
And-
that's
and-
not
and-
great.
like in situations she would be like thinking about the two of you, but ultimately she's just thinking really how she wants to feel and how she wants to do
Yeah,
with you in the picture, but ultimately she's still thinking about herself. So
Like you fit into her
Yeah,
picture,
yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily what you want.
exactly.
it's like not the perfect picture where you two like work together. It's like just like her, what she wants.
Yeah. And another thing is like if the girl curses too much, like swears too much.
I think I'm actually okay with it
Mm.
as long as it's not like very like derogatory or like making
Yeah,
fun of you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too. Yeah.
okay.
actually.
I mean, it's like for me, it's just like, I don't know. You could be a little mean and like little, ratchet, that's fine. But I don't know, not too much, I guess.
Yeah, but you swear all the time, man.
Yeah, man.
I think we
That's
all
true.
swear.
That's
Yeah, we
true.
all
No,
swear.
Okay. It's not like okay. What I meant was like, I guess the girl can't be too ratchet. I guess that's the only thing I could think of.
What do you mean by ratchet? Just like in terms of like
I don't know. It's just if she's
just
too
like
much, if she has too much of that, like, I don't know,
the ABG
persona,
personality,
like, gangsta, ABG,
gangster, yeah,
too
like,
much of that, like,
the alcohol, they're gonna be
because in a sense they have that kind of front and whatever is because they I don't want to generalize and all that, but they when they have that kind of personality that kind of shaped their looks, they can have that ratchetness, I know, but I what I want to say is like I find the balance, I guess, you know. I do get turned away when it's too extreme.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about? No, I understand you, but what do you think about like girls that are like super quiet and boring?
girls that are super quiet.
Yeah, super quiet.
I think I wouldn't mind because that's like if like say like so like I'm introvert, right? Like I don't want to deal with people and strangers and stuff. So I think I would work well for me because I feel like I would have more of a connection with the girl because you know even
See-
like oh go ahead.
See the problem with that, right? But like, if they're too quiet, they tend not to communicate.
Yeah, well, I think it's like, well, here's the thing. It's like they're quiet, right? But I feel like once they get comfortable enough with you, I don't think that's the case.
But
You know?
not to like 100% degree opened up, right?
Yeah, but I think that's just like that's kind of like how relationships work, though. Like,
I don't know if Ming is trying to say like if we like nice girls and those quiet.
Yeah,
timid,
yeah.
is that what you're trying to say?
Is that
Oh.
what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say? Personally, no. I prefer.
You like a little ratchet, huh?
Dude, that's what I meant. Like I oftentimes I try to find that balance, but like I don't really like the quiet, timid, kind of no experience kind of girl. That's just for me. But
I think I don't mind, but if they don't open up to me, then it's like, well, you don't have any trust in me. Okay, that feels good. That's like deal breaker, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, hey,
Wait, Ming, are you talking about girls who are just like are quiet? Or are you talking about girls who just have issues like opening up towards you? Because those are two different kinds of quietness. Like if the girl's okay with like silence, that's chill. But if the girl,
but if the girl doesn't like open up to you, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah,
That's
man, I'm just like,
the
dude,
latter, the latter one.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, then
nah.
I don't like that at all. I'd rather have someone I could openly communicate with.
yeah, because you're never gonna find out things about her like directly or
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's one sided.
Yeah.
but like that's a problem though. Like normally, even though if the girl is quiet, but if you guys get together and she's like super comfortable with you, she will show like her real self to you. But if
Yeah, but
she
we're
is
saying
still,
like
if she is
she's not
still,
opening up,
if
dude.
she's still not opening up, then there's something wrong there. Like maybe she just have extreme anxiety or something. But yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
Would you guys date someone with like some sort of problem, like high anxiety or some sort of utter,
Like mental
Mm.
health stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say yes. I wouldn't turn away right away. I mean, if there's other qualities I like about this person,
Yeah,
and she's yeah. Go ahead.
I think I agree with Alex. If they have qualities that I like, I feel like I would try to help them along, you know?
I will try to like help them along, grow with them, especially when me myself have some issues as well. So if we can just support each other and like be better together, that's
just-
that's amazing. There's no way,
Yeah.
there's no reason to turn away someone
And just like
because-
talk about it, you know?
yeah. So I wouldn't turn away if she's
Mm.
dealing with some issues.
How about you, Simon?
It depends on how she dealt with those issues, because I think I've dated a couple girls with mental health problems, and I too have my own mental health problems. So this is where I differ with Alex. I would like the idea if we could work on things together, but if I notice that the other girl isn't taking care of herself, or she's letting that problem consume her.
That's true, actually. Yeah, Simon, you make a good point, actually.
I mean, it depends, because it sounds really cruel, but I can't take care of myself all the
Yeah,
time, importantly, and
Yeah.
that eats up all of you.
True,
Like, I will
true,
try
yeah.
to help you. It's just like I don't know how good and capable
it's
I am.
It just brings a lot of like stress on you, huh? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you have to support
Like if it gets
someone.
to the point where it's toxic and like, then yeah, I might have to bounce out for my own sake, for my own health.
No, yeah.
But
But
if
the
she's like,
girl,
I'm saying if
sorry,
she's
what?
like, yeah, I'm saying like if she's, you know, really trying and really like,
Like
that's a
like
different story.
if
But
she's
Yeah.
really trying to make it work and like it's like, oh, I have this problem, but like I'm willing to work this out with you. And I
And
think it would work out, you know?
yeah, if the girl is working really hard, I think that changes it up for me. Like it shows me that she's trying and she's caring.
yeah, so it's all depends.
Yeah, I guess
I
I
understand
dated
where
a
you're coming
girl. Just gonna throw this story out, but I actually
Yeah.
dated a girl last year, early in the year, or I
Okay.
think this was 2 years ago.
Early 2020 or
2019.
No, it was 2019. Yeah, and we grew up pretty similar, so we have like a similar background. So I thought, we could be cool with each other off that, and we were. But then I noticed that she's letting the same stuff that made her unhappy in the past is making her unhappy still, even though things have changed a lot for her. And for me, that was something I realized like because I don't want to deal with my own past like too frequently, and seeing her drag her past to the present, so it's always there for her. And I just realized like I do not want that in part of my life.
have she ever communicate to you about it, like the problems and stuff?
A lot. It's probably because she knew I grew up similar to her, so she was very comfortable with me sharing. But it's just more like the fact that, like, yeah, what we went through sucked, and it's not fun. But I don't think that should be the reason why it makes you unhappy now. Like
Yeah,
that stuff happened 10 years ago.
it's like it should be in the what's done in the past should be in the past, and you should just move on from it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for some problems, it's definitely a lot harder than others, you know?
Yeah.
For me, like my ex actually said that one of the reason that she broke up with me because of my anxiety.
Sure, she didn't break up you because of your facial hair.
That's so dude.
Excuse you, dude. She actually liked my facial hair. Believe it or
Wow,
not.
that's a
No one likes her facial
no.
hair.
I didn't like that. No.
Believe it or not, she said it was okay. But no, like
That was
fucking-
code for like as long as this makes you
Uh,
happy, I'm okay.
So like I had really, I have really bad anxiety and stuff. So before I met her, I was taking, my medication. And when I first started dating her, she doesn't want to date someone that takes medication because of her own experience and stuff. So I agreed and I just stopped completely right away, and that fucked me up. But I didn't know better, and in my head I was just like, I could do, it's gonna go away, it'll be better. I'm gonna get more comfortable with people, I'm gonna get more comfortable with her parents and her. It's all in my head, it's gonna go away. But it just, things happen in relationship that just like didn't help me like resolve that anxiety. And I think a lot of my decision making and a lot of things that happened, a lot of things that I said was affected because of how anxious I was and how numb I was to a lot of situations. And that that results in me to like pull away unknowingly, like becoming more and more distant with her because of what was happening. And yeah, so it led to breakups. There's obviously different reasons, but she told me one of the reasons was because of my anxiety and that she couldn't really handle it. So that's one thing that I'm definitely trying to work on, because it does bring people down. So, and you don't want to bring that vibe, that energy to someone.
So speaking off of that, I mean, this is not related to our topic for this week, but as someone who has anxiety as well, so when you're off of your medication, so does it like do you get all that anxiety back and worse, or does it like gradually like?
So I talked to the doctor since I took it for a year and a half, maybe, or a year, and to suddenly stop right away, if it will actually makes it worse.
I think it's like it's like if you want to like gradually stop.
Yeah. She said like next time talk to her before I stop, because she wants me to gradually stop. She'll start like
because it's like it's like reduced dosages.
Yeah. So it was bad for me. Like it was really bad. So yeah.
Yeah, we can talk more about mental health another time.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic.
That's a whole different topic.
I was just curious, that's all.
Yeah. I guess I have another question to bounce off. In when you guys date someone, do you guys think about your parents at all, like their approval, or like how well your partner will be liked in your family? And do you guys consider that, or you guys just jump in and see how it goes? And
so for me, I would want to see like, do they have some sort of goal in life? Say like, if right now they are still in school, then I want to see where they end up. Like, do they have a goal like after school, after they graduate, you know? Like, are they going to go back for more schooling, or are they going to get a job right away? And if they're going to get a job right away, what kind of job are they going to get, you know? That's what I take into consideration. Like I don't, if they're passionate, you know, about some things, if obviously if after they graduate from college and they have nothing to do, then
yeah, you know, that's true. Like, but I feel like passion. I feel like I do sympathize with that, because we've been there before, like not knowing what to do, you know? Because because it's like definitely, if you're not very career oriented, then it's really hard to think about those things.
Okay, so just to go back, so you're saying like you don't really mind what your family will think about her, as long as, you know, she is goal oriented and have her stuff together, then you know your family will accept her. Is that what you're trying to say, Ming?
Yeah, but so in terms of my family, I feel like if I'm fine with the girl, then I'm pretty sure my family is fine with the girl. But that's only because I have a bias.
What do you mean, a bias?
A bias on certain types of girls that I date.
Okay.
Like, I would date one type of girl more likely than another type of girl, right?
Isn't that just normal?
And yeah. So you're saying, okay, so
you have a type.
I explain this.
I didn't want to say
I have a type, brother.
I didn't want to say standard, dude. That's messed up.
No, you can just say you have a type.
You just say I have a type. This is making everyone has a type, bro.
Yeah, I have a bias. But you have a bias.
I have a bias, dude.
A bias just sounds very. It sounds very.
Dude, this guy. Okay, like this guy went to school. He wants to, you know, mix up the words, the vocab a little bit.
Yeah, he just wants to act smart, dude, but he's actually not.
Oh my!
But no. So
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
So you're saying you bring this, you have a type, and this type oftentimes are like, you know, your parents will agree on. So
yeah,
and that's
basically
yeah. So let's say you bring someone, and then your parents are like, hell no, break up with her right now. What would you guys do? Like, I guess that's what I'm trying to ask.
I stayed in a relationship.
you stay in the relationship.
Yeah, my
think
whole
it's-
family was telling me that.
I think it's just what you want, honestly. Like if your family doesn't agree, then it's like whatever, to be honest, you
I
know?
feel like, yeah, well, see, the choice is ultimately up to you. But for me, I would try to see where's everyone's point of views coming from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
that makes sense.
So that understanding to see like why
Yeah,
they
just-
want you to break up with her.
just like how
what's
all
her-
relationships work, communication, fam.
Like what's the bad thing, you know, they don't like about her and stuff like that. Like I
For
want to
sure.
know. I want to see what it is.
Yeah, maybe you could work it out with your partner or your parents, like, hey. But yeah, I think all four of us thinks like we will still go with it because, you know,
I think
ultimately,
if you ultimately think it's worth it in your mind, then it's definitely
Yeah,
worth to pursue
'cause-
the relationship.
yeah, because ultimately you are the one dating them. It's your life.
It's honestly your choice. That's the same thing with like finding jobs and stuff. It's your choice.
So for the listeners out there, don't care about your parents think, but also like what Ming said though, try to see both sides. Hey, why doesn't my parents like her? You know.
And then if you could come to an understanding, then it would work out.
Yeah. Because I understand as well if you're especially family oriented, which I am. You know, we have a lot of family gatherings, and you know, my cousins, my brother brings back their partner, and it's a great time. Of course, I would like that as well, just for her and for myself. But sometimes it doesn't happen. But I think just go with what you want ultimately, and have communication.
Yep.
And have a bias towards you have biases towards girls.
Dude, this sounds
Dude,
so negative, dude.
I'm sorry. I
I
had
got
to-
I
a
go-
bias
I'm
for
sorry,
everything.
Vic.
Dude, I go for the AVGs, bro. You know me.
Oh
I go for
God.
I go for the Latinas, the white girls. Like, come on.
Jesus Christ. We all know you go for all the girls, dude.
Nah. Hey, that's all I'm saying. But okay, Brandon, ask a question.
Dude, I didn't really come prepared for this, to be honest.
You can ask anything. You've been in a relationship, right?
Dude, I haven't been in a relationship.
No,
Actually.
but you dated girls before.
I have, but it hasn't really gone to anywhere, to be
So
honest.
tell us about those dates. Like, why didn't you continue? Why didn't you like continue pursuing those girls?
I guess most of the time the girls were just too clingy for me. And it just took
Okay.
up I don't know, it took up a lot of time and I didn't really like it.
Yeah, that goes back to what we were saying before. Just
Yeah,
like you
like-
have to be independent.
It's like I need my own time because I'm an introvert. And I don't want to deal with people like all the time. So I have to be alone sometimes to actually
I think
be
a
alone.
lot of people have like separation anxiety.
Yeah, I know what
And,
you mean, but it's like
Like
if you communicate that you're gonna still be there, like I don't think and they have a problem with that, then that's just like a deal breaker.
yeah, I agree with you actually. I need my space too, and I need my time to, you know, play some games or do whatever with you guys.
Play games, get work done,
And
maybe be productive.
you know, even like
Work out.
yeah,
so
work
before,
out.
yeah, so before it's like I would have a specific time where I FaceTime my girl, my ex. So I think that was pretty good. And even with the gaming thing, I oftentimes would try to get her to play with me
Nah, the girls don't like playing games.
Nah,
I just
it depends on the girl.
Yeah,
Depends
just-
on the girl.
I just suggested, I was like, hey, maybe we could play something light like Among Us or something, and then we can bond that way, and you can meet my friends that way, because I know you guys are we're gaming all the time. So that was my initial idea, to like get her into my world in a sense, like, because gaming is a big part. But yeah, I agree with you. Definitely the space is needed. You have to be independent and all that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What do you guys think about people who are depressed, but they're using relationships as a way to get out of depression?
I think
bad
I don't think it's that good, because it's like in terms of like depression, it's honestly like depending on the person, you know, like because I feel like they have to find out what like makes them happy to get out of that instead of. But I'm not saying like you shouldn't rely on people because then, it just spirals out of control at that rate because depression's kind of fucked up.
We have a friend. I guess we can edit out his name. He got into a relationship thinking that it was gonna cure his like depression and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like loneliness. We know another friend. I don't want to say his name, but
You can say it. We'll edit it out.
Well, I mean, I think it.
Well, you're editing this one, so
Yeah.
You better edit it out.
I think it's dealing with loneliness and seeing other people being in the relationship that really affects you and then puts you in the depression, downward
I
spiral.
know what you mean. I've had that loneliness pretty recently.
So
that feels bad.
Yeah, so I understand why they're like, oh, in order to get out, it means I have to find someone. That's my solution. But
No, it's like
No.
what I feel like is like before you get in a relationship and you have that problem, you should definitely try to figure it out and you should definitely have support groups for you, like especially friends to talk about with, because you can't be too reliant on the other person, especially if you're just starting the relationship.
I
It
think
can become a crutch.
yeah, you have to be happy with yourself before you can
Before you
make
can make
others happy. Exactly. And that's something that I'm working on right now.
So from what you said, like how our friend, he sees other people being happy. So he probably thinks that like in order to be happy, you have to be in a relationship.
I think he's just really he wants that affection.
I think I know what he feels like. I feel that sometimes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think we all know.
it's like, but yeah, you just have to make do with what makes you happy and not really worry about that. I feel it's like anything in this like modern day culture. You can't really compare yourself to other people. It kind of just feels bad.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess last questions before we wrap this up. In terms of this pandemic, do you think dating or finding someone is easy? Or what's your opinion about dating during the pandemic?
I think it's harder, to be honest, because I rather talk in person with someone than like, online. I don't know. It feels like there's like a disconnect for me, and it doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, Simon, you want to go ahead? Special guest.
I think dating's like, I think it depends on the person, because I know a couple people who actually got into a relationship, but I think they've been going for like over half a year now during the pandemic. So it worked out for them. But for me, it kind of sucks because I'm with Brandon. Like when you're communicating with them over online, it feels like you're missing on something.
Yeah, it's like especially if it's like phone or like text, you can't read the situation like as easy. It's like especially through text. Like sometimes they're like they mean like something different, but it's like hard to tell what they mean. And it's oh no.
You can read the tone differently through text. It's never good to have an argument or like talk about something important through text because you can misread the person's tone.
Because I've had that before, and it's just like, oh god.
Yeah. For me, I totally agree. Is like COVID makes it so much harder to meet people, and even if you're like swiping on those dating apps, no one really commits. No one wants to take that risk.
Yeah, it's because meeting on dating apps is like there's a pretty big disconnect.
Yeah, and you could FaceTime, sure, but I agree. Like I'm with you guys. I want to be face to face. I want to have that connection would be better. And pre-COVID, you could do that easy. Just go to bar, go whatever club or anywhere, and you can meet people.
I feel like the pandemic limits a lot of the amount of activities that you can do as well.
Yep.
So
this pandemic, it's the worst time to find love, and it's the worst time to break up.
That's true.
Because you're a sad piece of
You're
shit.
sad either way. Oh fuck.
You're sad either way, and then you can't like you don't have the the large amount of like friends to help you.
Yeah, and even the gym is just like it's not open or it's like super limited. Like I'll be hitting the gym if it's like no COVID, you know,
Oh yeah.
just to
of course.
just to get just get that pump, get my mind off things, get confident, whatever
It's
it
more
is.
of like it's like a therapeutic thing,
swell.
to be honest.
Get swollen.
Get
guy's-
swollen.
Wow.
This guy's
Gonna look like Zac Efron.
Yeah, but it's just yeah, it's just another. I heard this is not relationship related, but like because of COVID, I heard like it's gonna end probably or like go back to normal in year 2024. What do you guys think about that?
So in like 3 years.
We'll be 29 years old.
Have
Well,
everything
that's-
back to normal.
That's when things will get back to normal. Let's hope that's not the case, but if that is, dude, I would be devastated, dude.
All right, guys, it's time to move to Australia where they have no cases.
Exactly, dude. No, it'll be hard for us because like our 20s are just gone in a sense.
Yeah, I don't
You know?
like that at all either.
Like, yeah, people could say like, "Oh, you just want a club, you just want," but yeah, when else do you want to do it besides
But I also want to go on vacation, man.
or exactly
Yeah,
vacation, like but you just have so much energy in you left, and before you start, I guess, settling down or do more adult stuff. So I don't know. It's just
I
kind of
haven't had a
depressing to
proper
me.
vacation in like 2-3 years. I've been working for 2-3 years, man.
You've been at this same job for 2 to 3 years?
No, it's like a different one each year.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But then-
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna tell Simon something, but it's gonna be unrelated to this
Oh,
episode.
it's okay.
So
It's all
Let's
good.
go
That's
for it.
cool.
It's conversation.
I was saying like no, because then as soon as I finish one job, right, I move on to the next one like immediately. So there's no gaps or period times where I rest.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So
Yeah.
it's like you're doing something, or it's like if you have a rest period, you should be doing something active.
Yeah, but I was just like consistently working. So
Yeah.
yeah, Alex.
Oh yeah. I was just going to, since you say you want to wrap it up, right?
Yeah, that was the wrapping
Okay,
up question.
So well, Simon, what can we take away from this episode?
Um,
Well, what do you want the
What's the
listeners-
moral
Yeah,
of
what
the
do you want?
story?
the moral of the story is have a certain bias against women, right?
I
Nick?
have a certain bias against women.
Don't do
or
that,
if you
okay?
or if you get horny.
and that's not love at first sight. That's just your
Yeah.
just
that's
just
just
give me an
like
hour,
talking.
dude. Just give me an
Thinking
hour.
with your,
Give me-
thinking with your, you know what? Instead of your
If it
brain,
lasts for
you know?
4 hours, go see a doctor.
Just give me an
If it
hour.
lasts for 4 hours, he says.
Okay, but the
Alright.
real moral of the story is find a girl that makes you happy.
Yep. Communication is key. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't overcomplicate things because there's gonna be a lot more problems anyways. So yeah, make sure you and your girlfriend can work in the relationship together and not fight with each other all the time.
Or boyfriend. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And make sure you want to respect your partner, have some compassion. That goes a long way. You don't want to make you don't want to belittle your partner. You want to make them feel like they're equals, and you want to be you want to make them feel comfortable that they can share everything with you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of like the takeaway for this episode.
Any last words, Brandon?
We'll do more episodes, but
Any
yeah,
last
Brandon,
words?
close it out.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of the podcast. Oh God, I can't do it, dude.
All right, do you want me to do it or me?
Yeah, can you
Or
do
Simon
it?
can
I
do it.
can't think right
I
now.
don't know how
okay,
to do the outro.
Thank you guys for listening to our episode on the Gooncast. We talked about relationships, dating, and what we think about girls, etc. Thank you so much for our special guest Simon, aka Lolly Bukake, aka I Touch Mommy. He's a great guy. Simon, you want to plug in your social or anything like that?
I got none whatsoever right
yeah,
now.
where can we find you?
All right.
Definitely don't look up any of those names he just mentioned.
Okay, yeah, this guy's a MVP right here. Thank you for coming in. I am one of your hosts. I'm Alex. I'll be signing off.
I'm Brandon, and I'll be signing off.
I'm Ming, and I'll see you next time.
Simon, bye.
Simon will be back, and we'll have more relationship episodes. Thank you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.